Ball down the right-hand side. Dropped back here for Everton. They've been forced back to Pickford. Some good pressure there from Leeds on that far side. Chipped forward towards the halfway line. Bit of head tennis in the middle. Nobody can really get it down. The loose ball has come now to Tarkowski. And again, hoofed forward. Nobody getting a foothold on possession during that phase of play. And Goodmanson just absolutely blazing the ball into the stand. Made 13 Champions League appearances last season for Lille. Gabriel Goodmanson now in the white of Leeds United. There's 2 balls on the pitch now. And the Everton players are getting a bit frustrated. That's twice now that there's been an issue with the balls being put onto the pitch. Just a couple of minutes ago, they had to wait for a ball to be given, and eventually it was one of the Leeds United players that went and fetched a ball for the free kick from the offside. And now, just as Pickford's about to take his goal kick, 2 are thrown on. They've played it out from the back here. They've lost it, and Pirou has a speculative effort from just outside the box. Slices that one wide of the near post. Leeds so far have had the... Oh, he's took a deflection, in fact. Just watch it from the reverse angle. It looked like he sliced it initially. He's actually taken a deflection off the defender, and this is going to be a corner. He's making the more impressive start. Statch with the corner, headed away on the 6-yard box. Loose ball picked up by Ndai. It's a bit of play from him to make some space and clear the ball away. On the halfway line, Bogle hits it back, and the header flicked on the edge of the box. But the teammate, Pirou, was in an offside position and couldn't get on the end of that. Garner clears it away. It's been blocked out by James, and that's going to be a throw into Everton midway through their defensive half. Keane back to Pickford. To Keane on the left-hand side. Hits it long. It's going to be marshalled back by Struick. Takes a run along the edge of his own box and just waits for his teammates to get back into shape. There's a short one to Rodon. Back to Struick. Goodmanson on the left-hand side, plays it down the wing. It's a quick 1-2 back to him. Just inside the Leeds United half, 11 minutes gone, plays it in short. What was that? I'm trying to work out the shirt number, like 22. I can't. Oh, it's Tanaka. There we go. Apologies. Nanto trying to block the clearance. It stayed in play, but it has gone to Goodmanson. Now Tanaka again. Down the left-hand side. It's without Badu at the moment. Nanto, some triangle passing on that left-hand side. Nanto makes a lovely run through, receives the ball, and looks to cut it back in a brilliant slide block from Ndai. Puts the ball behind for a Leeds United corner. Nanto, real live wire as we've expected to see in the Premier League and the Championship. He always causes problems. And that was a brilliant bit of movement there. He started that triangle off. This time, Headed away in the middle, picked up by James just outside the D, puts it on his favoured left, and his shot is blocked by the first man. Leeds United picking up the loose ball, 13 minutes gone. He run back. Pick it up by the corner, drops it to James, who hits it in first touch. Glancing header away, volley comes back in from goal. Nice ball slipped forward. Impiru plays it out to the right-hand side. Bogle puts it in first touch. Through and taken. Everton winning the ball back. Here comes Alcaraz. Ball played back to O'Brien. And now Pickford. Successful passes in the final third. Leeds have had 22. Everton have had 2. And they keep putting the pressure on. Got to ask whether they can sustain this, though, because it's a high-intensity sort of football from Leeds, and it is relentless. You would wager that if they can get a goal or two, they can obviously take the foot off the gas second half and sit deep. But if this stays goalless, will they have the energy to continue with this? It's a long ball forward from Pickford, flicked on by Ndiaye, looking for O'Brien. It's out of play for a throw, and O'Brien's looking visibly frustrated as this game goes on. 17 minutes gone now. Been taken, drop back to Goodmanson, who hits it down the line. Crossfield ball now, trying to find Bogle. He's got there just ahead of Alcaraz. Well, he just keeps it in play as well, hits it long, and this one will be a comfortable one for Pickford to come out of his box, pick up the ball with his feet and move it into the area. Plays it across now to Tarkowski. Now here's Keane. Everton's back 3 at the moment, just walking the ball forward. Tarkowski chips it down the right-hand side. It's headed away at the back by Goodmanson. Loose ball picked up by Alcaraz. Looks to lay the ball off. It's been won back by Leeds again. Very good at turning over possession, Leeds. And now the ball down the left-hand side. And that is a brilliant bit of play. But Pickford is going to pick up the loose ball. Ampadu down the left-hand side. Jockey the challenge. Pushing the ball past his opponent. Down the wing. Pickford quick off his line to cover. So another throw in here for Leeds United. It's been an impressive return to the Premier League so far. 19 minutes in. And they're looking good. Throw-in taken short. It's a quick 1-2. A lovely bit of return there to get around to Obenham. Ball played into the middle for Tanaka. Squares it across for Bogle. He's got some space here, 30 yards out. Plays it to James on the right. James gets into the box. Quick feet from him. Plays it in low into the 6-yard box, and Tarkowski turns it away. It's going to go out of play for a Leeds United throw midway through the half. It's taken straight away by Ampadu. Here's Struick. Rodon to Struick in the centre circle for Leeds. Takes his move to the left-hand side, past the halfway line. Quick 1-2 with Nonto. Triangle passing comes into play again with Tanaka. And here's Lucas Perry. On the left-hand side, Goodmanson. Stops, turns, plays it back to Struick. Rodon. 20 minutes gone. Takes a couple of touches forward. Plays it into the middle. It's Ampadu. Back to Rodon. Ampadu again, who's helping out at the back at the moment. Ball played down the left. It was Struick again. And Everton starting to press in the middle a little bit more, but Leeds waiting for that so that they can put the ball forward and get some space in behind. So Everton have sat back off again. And that allows Leeds the space in the middle. Ball out to the right-hand side for James. Takes the touch to put it in his path. Plays it in early. And it's flicked goalwards. It's taken a deflection. The header is in the back post and it's been cleared away. And Leeds United with another half chance. The flag is now up, though, and it wouldn't have counted. Although I think it was the header that was offside. I think the original shot, had it not been blocked, would have been fine. Yeah, James puts the cross in. And the flick goalwards from... who was that? Was Pirou. Was on target. Whether Pickford would have got there or not, I'm not sure. I think he would have done. There wasn't a huge amount of pace on the effort, but it was directed. I think it was going to be on target. It was deflected into the path of Bogle, who was in an offside position. Free kick taken. It's a 1-2 back to Pickford. Here's Tarkowski. Back to Pickford again. Garner. Back to Pickford. Back to the right-hand side. It's O'Brien back to Pickford again. Again, Everton just passing along the back four, and Pickford, and again, maybe tactical. I mentioned earlier, is this sustainable for Leeds? How long can they keep up this intensity? Well, if Everton can tire them out and make a fist of it in the second half, because at the minute, then they've not got a foothold in this game. But the longer it stays 0-0, the more I think Everton will grow into this as Leeds tire. On the halfway line, it's Dewsbury Hall. Drops it to O'Brien on the right-hand side. Looks to flick this one down the line. Struick heads it away. Picked up by Ampadu. Across to Bogle. Tanaka. Struick. Ball chipped over the top. Nonto gets on the end of this. Cuts behind his man. He's into the box here. Cuts past again. Such quick feet and a back heel. A little bit overhit. And out for a goal kick. But again, brilliant work from Nonto. Causing all sorts of problems here for Everton. midway through the first half. Leeds United 0, Everton 0, live here on Flash Score. Leeds United with the better of the play so far. And Liam Cooper, who was Leeds United's captain, who left in the summer, former Chesterfield man, watching on in the stands. Everton again playing it out from the back, and Leeds again pushing them back and forcing them back to Pickford, who plays it out short to the edge of his box. It's a quick 1-2 back to him. Here's O'Brien. Looks to try and play this down the line. It's given away again. Leeds have been really good at the back. It's really solid, stopping it, no nonsense stuff, but the midfield have been brilliant at picking up all of those loose balls, and the attackers have been really good with the pressing. It's been a really good team performance from Leeds, and every time you've never felt that they're in a precarious situation. There's always been somebody to win the ball, there's always been someone covering. I think they've won most 50-50s, I think they've won most loose balls and aerial battles. Interesting to see the stats, 24 minutes gone, but Leeds do seem to be in control of this game. Ball down the right-hand side, flipped into the middle. Loose ball again, picked up by Leeds, and they even won a free kick this time. Ampadu, the man that goes down, wins the loose ball, gets caught, and it's a free kick. Played back to Rodon in defence. Beto will give chase. He plays the ball across to Struick. Back to Rodon again. 25 minutes played. Struick. Dewsbury Hall comes to press. Here's Struick again. Goodmanson gets the ball down, goes past the halfway line, lays it off to the left-hand side, and Leeds again with plenty of numbers. Here's Ampadu midway through the half, turns on the ball, plays it back to the halfway line with Struick. I think they're trying to tire Everton out themselves with these triangle passes. Dewsbury Hall there just running around those three players to no avail. Here's Ampadu again. Nonto, back to Struick, into the centre circle with Rodon. Struick again, Beto this time doing the legwork. Again, nice triangle passing on that left-hand side for Leeds. Crossfield ball now looking to try and find James, and they have. And James cuts in, puts the ball into the box, and Nonto was watching it but couldn't, as the ball didn't drop, it just floated and went out for a goal kick. Some more really good work from Leeds. That triangle passing on that left to create the space, the crossfield ball, and then an early ball into the box. Jack Grealish in conversation on the bench. Joined on loan from Manchester City. Season-long loan at Everton. Looking to kickstart his career. Here's Keane. Cross to Irogbenham. Down the right-hand side. O'Brien. Nonto battles. Ball is out of play for an Everton throw. 27 minutes gone. Waiting for this throw to be taken here. Referee does now allow it. It's thrown down for Openham. Ball into the box, headed away. Here's Guy. Puts another one into the box, and this time the keeper gathers that one comfortably. And volleys this one long, looking to try and start the counter-attack. It's been marshalled well by Garner, and that's going to be out for an Everton throw. 28 minutes gone. Leeds United 0, Everton 0. Live on Flash Score. Back underway. Here's Rodon. A couple of touches there, gets past his man. It's Bogle. Touches in the opposition box. 9-1 in Leeds' favour. All the stats suggesting what I've already said, which is that Leeds are absolutely on top in this one. That's a clear pull there, will be a free kick for Leeds United. Right in the middle of the Everton half. Tanaka pulled down by Guy. Ball out to the right-hand side. Here's Bogle. Tries to play it forward. It's a little deflection from Ndiaye that takes it into the path of Garner. Clears it away, but only as far as Tanaka, who's been all over the park today. Ndiaye winning the ball back. James then winning it back off him. Garner picking up the loose ball. Plays it back to Pickford, who has to hit it first time. On the halfway line, Leeds United winning the ball back. It's headed down for Struick. Now Tanaka again. He's been absolutely everywhere. Half an hour gone. Leeds United 0, Everton 0. And it's been a half hour dominated by Leeds United on their return to the Premier League. The halfway line, Rodon to Struick, number 2. Chip down the right-hand side for Bogle. And it's been touched out for a throw-in by Garner. Throw-in's taken quickly. James volleys it into the box. It's headed away. Leeds United just outside the area, winning the ball back. Goodmanson out to Nonto. The return ball is blocked, and Tanaka with an effort way over the bar. But it has been all Leeds United. I'll try and find some live stats for you now, just to run through. For my own benefit, really, because I do feel Leeds have really dominated this game, and it'd be nice to see some stats that might back that up. So Leeds with the most possession, 62.6%. The XG, which measures expected goals, which is an interesting stat. Ndiaye comes through the middle and is blocked comfortably. Says Leeds should get 0.32 of a goal so far. But Everton's at 0. Leeds have had 6 shots, only 1 on target. Everton with no shots at all in this game so far. They've committed 2 fouls, Everton. Leeds just the 1. Leeds have had 5 corners, all of which came in the first 14 minutes. They've had the only one-on-one attempt in the game. They've had 205 passes to Everton's 129. Pass accuracy has been 87.3% to Everton's 75.2. Successful final third passes 39-7. Crosses 12-1. So it's been a half hour really genuinely dominated by Leeds United against Everton, who of course condemned them to relegation on the final day of the season back in 2023. Long ball headed back by Everton's Keane, but again Leeds pushing that forward, and Pirou trying to force the error there, and it's been put out of play for a throw-in just because he was lurking. They didn't want to risk it. Bogle takes the throw. Received by Ampadu. Struick down the left-hand side, and the cross comes in. It's a little bit too fast for everybody in there. James trying at the back post to get on the end of Goodmanson's ball. It's out of play for, I think it was a throw and it went out for, deep by the corner flag. Daniel Farke on the edge of his technical area, giving instructions to Leeds United. It's indeed a throw-in. Garner's going to take this. Just in front of the corner flag. He's just given his teammates some instructions as to where to be as he directs this throw-in. Throws it down the line, looking for the flick on. It's been headed back by Rodon. And Garner will now marshal this one out for a goal kick. 34 minutes gone, Leeds United 0, Everton 0, live here on Flash Score. John Pickford in his short sleeve goalkeeping top. Picks up the ball, goes to put it on the 6-yard line to take the goal kick. David Moyes in discussion with his coaches, and Leeds have put 3 men on the edge of the box to stop Pickford playing it out from the back. And it's worked, they've won the header unchallenged in the centre circle. Referee thought about giving a foul there. There was a slide challenge in. Leeds United have a man down. Nonto plays on. Ball played back into defence. And he is now back up. It's Statch who was down. Ball down the left-hand side. Here's Nonto. Again, just sizing up O'Brien. He's had the better of O'Brien today. 35 minutes gone, lays it off for Goodmanson. Cuts in, drops it back. Now here's Ampadu. Looks to get this into a more central area. Turns his man, plays it forward. Ball turned in from the left, and the header is missed at the near post, and James tries to get on the end of it. Didn't have time to think about it, and he could only put it over the bar. But it's another good cross. It's early as well. It's another one. Take one touch to set the ball and hit it in. And it's causing Everton all manner of problems. And Statch tried to get the header. And it has been given as a corner. There was a deflection in there. Ball comes in from the corner and it's headed towards goal and blocked on the line. Nonto tries to put it back in. Deflected out to the right-hand side. It's Tanaka. Tries to get this one in low and it's been blocked out for a throw-in to Leeds on this near side. Tanaka went to pick the ball up for the throw-in, but has been instructed to leave this one. Ampadu's going to take it. Steps up, throws it straight to the box, headed away. Nonto will pick it up on the edge. Turns his man, goes away from goal, dinks it out to the right-hand side. Ampadu sets the ball, puts the cross in. It's headed away in the box again. Nonto with the loose ball. Lays this one off for Rodon. Plays it out to the left-hand side. Goodmanson helps it on its way. And the cross comes in low. It's deflected. Picked up by Piru. Can't quite release the ball. Brilliant block challenge from Ampadu. Ball on the left-hand side. Everton with a man down. Shot comes in low, takes a deflection. Pickford punches it away. And a battle on the edge of the box now to try and get possession. Bogle doing everything he can against Ndiaye. Nothing given there. Ndiaye thought he'd been pulled. There's a little trip there on Guy. And that is a free kick to Everton. Had a frantic bit of play there. There's a few potential fouls. Nothing given for any of them until the last. Everton getting more and more frustrated as time went on. Ampadu went in firm but fair on Dewsbury Hall. And the new signing stayed down injured. Guy is back on his feet now and will continue. 38 minutes gone. Dewsbury Hall is also back on his feet and fine to continue. The latest match stats, by the way, have Goodmanson as the top pick of the first half with a rating of 8. I think that's fair as well. Ball down the left-hand side. There is Goodmanson. Alcaraz challenges for the ball, wins it. It's out for an Everton throw. It's thrown back into the Everton half. Right back. O'Brien plays it into the middle. It's Keane. Goes back to Pickford. Pickford hitting it long. Beto challenging in the air. Leeds United are going to win it again. Ampadu flicks it on as well. Irogbinam wins the loose ball. Plays it to O'Brien. O'Brien being battled by Nonto. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in, and both teams are appealing for it. And it has gone Leeds' way, and O'Brien furious about that. So Leeds with a throw-in just inside their own half on the far side. Leeds results in pre-season suggest they could be competitive. They drew with Manchester United, Villarreal and AC Milan. But you can only ever take a pre-season result with a pinch of salt. But nonetheless, they have absolutely been competitive here today as well. Ampadu heads it down for Goodmanson. Tries to thread it through. It's been blocked out for a throw-in inside the Everton half this time. Thinks about taking it early, but there's no option available. Stalks his line, throws it down the line. And Everton winning this one back, but immediately put under pressure, and have had to play it all the way back to Pickford as we enter the final 5 minutes of this first half. Leeds United 0, Everton 0 here on Flash Score. And Pickford can only put this one out for a throw-in. Taken by Bogle, throws it back. Leeds United are going to build from the back here. It's Struick, plays it back to the goalkeeper. Everton with 2 players in the box. Perry hitting the ball away long. Loose ball picked up by Ndiaye. Plays it on the left-hand side. There was an overlapping run being made, but it's been stopped by Dewsbury Hall, who's gone the other way. Here's Gay. Back to Dewsbury Hall. On the left-hand side now with Garner. Dewsbury Hall again. And 1-2 with Guy. Back with Keane. Everybody bar Pickford in the Leeds half now. 41 minutes gone. Keane plays it to Guy on the left. Back to Keane again. And Everton forced back to midway in their own half. Leeds off the ball work has been exceptionally good in this first half. Tarkowski. O'Brien chips the ball down, given away, picked up by Struick, plays it to the left-hand side for Goodmanson. Nonto decides to intercept it from his own teammate, plays it into Statch. Quick 1-2 down the left. Now here's Nonto. Plays it back towards the halfway line. Rodon. Struick to Nonto on the left. It's played back now to the Leeds United goalkeeper, Lucas Perry. Plays it down the left-hand side. Headed away at the back by O'Brien. One in the middle by Leeds United, and it's a quick one forward from Statch. On the right-hand side, James battling in the air. The loose ball then slid out by Garner for a Leeds United throw-in. James was absolutely going to get there first. And he again leaves it for Ampadu to come over and work his long throw magic. Ampadu with the long throw into the penalty area. Oh, it was very nearly chested down by Pirou. It dropped perfectly, he just couldn't quite do it. Nonto goes round his man, long range effort, dipping just over the bar. got the dip and the curl on that beautifully, just a yard or two further out, and that would have been a sensational early goal of the season contender. He seemed to have Pickford beaten. A little bit naive, though, for me, from Alcaraz, because Gnonto prefers it on his left, and he looked like he was going to go for the right-footed shot, and he sold Alcaraz hook, line and sinker and moved it onto his left and had a bit of time and space. Free kick here for Leeds United. It was an offside from the goal kick. And they've played it back to their own goalkeeper. 44 minutes gone. And in the D, Pickford hits it long. And that's going to go out. Not Pickford, sorry. Apologies to the goalkeeper. Perry hitting that one out for a throw-in on the far side. And again, 2 balls on the pitch. Everton having to kick one off, taking the throw. O'Brien across the edge of the 18-yard box. It's Keane out to Garner. 30 seconds left of the first half. Don't think there'll be anything in the way of added time. Here's Keane. Tarkowski. Quick 1-2 with Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Hits it long, looking for Ndiaye. It's headed away. Picked up. Loose ball here by Guy. Gets to the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Just runs out of momentum, really, and stops. And the attack feels like it's lost its venom. Here's Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. And that is the half-time whistle. No added time at the end of the first half. And at the break, it's a half that Leeds United have had the better of. But it's goalless. Leeds United... This is an unofficial Premier League match commentary. It is goalless as we join the action. The ball is on the left-hand side and it is out for a throw-in to Everton. Goodmanson saying that he was being held there and felt he should have got a foul. O'Brien comes to take it. Falk's men lost just one of their final 28 matches last season. Leeds took just 2 points from a possible 27 before being relegated when they were last in the Premier League, and it was Everton that sealed their fate. Nice back heel flick there from Ndiaye, releasing his teammate Dewsbury Hall. Releases that now for Beto, gets into the box, has to play it back away from goal though. Here's Guy. Out to Garner. Back to Ndiaye. And again, Everton having to play it back onto the halfway line. No changes for either side at the break, by the way. But if Everton want to liven up their attack, there's a certain Mr. Jack Grealish on the bench, of course. Could come on for his Everton debut. 47 minutes gone. Long ball across to the right-hand side. So O'Brien trying to get the cross in, failing to do so. Leeds clearing their lines. Headed back towards the Leeds box, headed away again. Statch now on the end of this. Plays the long ball forward, looking for Nonto, who's going to battle here against Tarkowski to try and get around him. Tarkowski standing firm. Nonto blocking the clearance, and it's out for an Everton throw. Everton lost their opening fixture in each of their last 3 seasons, even when facing newly promoted clubs. Struggling again here. O'Brien again with the throw-in. Stands right-hand side. He's given it straight away there. It wasn't even close to a teammate. He's managed to get a second attempt here by booting it away, and it's going to go out for a throw into Leeds on the far side. 2 really poor moments from O'Brien there. Back with Struick. He rode on. Back to Perry. The long ball forward, trying to release Pirro. Can't quite get there this time. Everton with the back line, turning it back to Pickford. That was under hit and very nearly got there, did Pirro, but Pickford sliding it away. But again, Leeds causing problems off the ball. Down the right-hand side, here's Alcaraz, drops it back to O'Brien, plays it in field for Rugbenham. Back to Tarkowski. Here's Keane. Out to Garner on the left. Down the wing for Ndiaye. Back to Garner again. And Tarkowski. 49 minutes gone. Garner. Guy. Everton just being forced back into their own half again. Leeds really have, for me, the most impressive part of their play has been the off-the-ball work, which, given how well they've done on the ball, is a statement of how well they've played tonight. Sunderland winning 3-0 as well this weekend. The newly promoted team's doing well. Here's Nonto with a long-range effort. The defender just did enough to put him off as he hit that, and he went straight down the throat of Jordan Pickford. His expression tells you he thought he was going to get a goal there. Yes, I was just saying there, Leeds tonight playing really well, and they could easily get a win here, and if they do, it's not been a bad weekend at all for the newly promoted sides, which, as we were saying earlier, all 3 promoted sides last season went straight back down, as indeed was the case the season before. Burnley losing 3-0 to Tottenham. And it's now by Sunderland winning 3-0 at home to West Ham. All eyes on Leeds to see, as it stands, it's a win, a draw and a loss across the 3 newly promoted sides for their match day 1 results. But Leeds will be hoping to follow Sunderland's lead and take the lead here. Ball rolled out at the back by Perry. Hit long, Tarkowski heads it out for a throw. 51 minutes gone. And David Moyes looks hungry on the sidelines. He's talking to one of his players. I would not want to be on the end of that stair, let me tell you. Here's Tarkowski. Second half possession, 70% in Everton's favour so far. But they've not done anything with it yet. Leeds have had a couple of sort of half chances, but again in the right areas. Causing problems, making a nuisance. Long ball forward here, looking for Beto. Is marshalled back comfortably to the goalkeeper by Rodon, who receives the ball now as the keeper throws it out to him. Another little one-touch flick into the path of Gnonto on the right-hand side, who pushes the ball past his opponent, and now Ndiaye will try and stop him and fail. The ball into the box is a little bit wayward, but he did try and squeeze it through two Everton players. Pickford will come out and gather it first. Here's Gnonto. Flips it into midfield. He's moved from right to left in the last couple of moments. Loose ball now picked up by Tanaka. Quick 1-2 with Gnonto. Alcaraz tries to win the ball, falls over. Rodon. It's a really nice ball out to the right-hand side. Cleared away now. Everton back in possession, 53 minutes gone. Here's Ndiaye. I think the problem here is when you look at the front four for Everton, they're all coming so deep to help out in defence. You know, Ndiaye there was so far back. Long ball here forward for Beto, punched away by the keeper, picked up on the far side for Ndiaye, who's rejoined the attack now. He's trying to beat everybody here, drops it for Guy, and it's over the bar. Just outside the box. Snatched at the chance a little bit. Ball back to the keeper. Hit long. Headed away by Tarkowski. Picked up by Irigbenham. Loses the ball. Here's Tanaka. Plays it down the right-hand side. And James is there. Cuts past his man. Comes to the edge of the box. Tries to go back again. The ball in for Gnonto. Turns it into the side netting. Although he thinks it's a corner. It's been given as a goal kick. And Gnonto is up in arms about that, and we'll see back on the replay. That angle's no good to us whatsoever. Let's try this one. Well, I mean, Tarkowski and Garner have teamed up there to block the shot, and I'd be amazed if the laws of physics have allowed that. I can't see a contact, but I'd be amazed if it hasn't touched at least one of those defenders on the way through. A quirk of physics if it has. Throw in now as we rejoin the action on this near side for Leeds, who are shooting from right to left in the second half. We've had 10 minutes of the second half so far, still goalless. Ball played forward down the right hand side by O'Brien and headed back safely to the goalkeeper by Bogle. Lucas Perry walking the ball out of his box before releasing it to Struick. On the left-hand side for Goodmanson, who's cut past his man. He's used all his strength there to beat Alcaraz, and then cuts past him again, drops it to Gnonto. Ball played in for Stach. Back to Gnonto. Runs back into the Leeds half and lays the ball to the centre. That was a late one. Referee's given advantage, and Leeds come down the right-hand side. Ball played in for James, who tries to get it in. The referee will now come back. Ampadu is in some discomfort. It was a late one on him. And I think there's going to be a booking here for Rigbenham. I'd be surprised if there wasn't, if I'm honest. The ref did have a long look at it. Played advantage, but I could see the stare. He was looking. He knew he was assessing that one. Yeah, catches all of the player, not the ball. It's late. A little bit of frustration there. It was a nasty twist of the ankle as well there, stuttering the ground. And he was knocked off balance. Indeed, confirmation, a yellow card has been shown to Timo Rigbenham. And the Leeds man is still down. He's captain, of course, as well. And he's been mightily impressive in this game, Ampadu. And they won't want him out for any length of time, including the 35 minutes we have left here, because he's been a really top draw player for them tonight, and they'll want him on for as long as possible. Certainly won't want him out for the next game. Well, it's going to be quite a lengthy delay, this one. And Ampadu is a lot of discomfort. He is now back to his feet, and that is going to be a welcome sight for Leeds United fans, that he can wait there. That's the first thing you look at here. Physio's just checking the mobility of that out. And he is now walking away with the physios. Limping away. Doesn't have to leave the field of play because there was a booking shown. He's now doing a light jog with the physios. I think it is purely just for them to assess him for a moment longer. No sign of a substitute. So I think he will return. But Leeds United have a corner. Daniel Falk is having a conversation with the fourth official. He's not happy about something. I'm wondering whether they've told Ampadu he's got to stay off. But that doesn't make sense. Unless there's been a mistake made there. The corner's come in. It's headed away at the near post into the box. Headed on again. It's still in the box. And now Struick gets there first, drops the ball back down the line for Nonto. Nonto plays it across into the centre circle. Here's Struick. Now James. Nonto. And Leeds wants, Leeds are still asking the ref to let him come back on. He has now waved him back on. So it looks like the referee told him he had to leave the field of play, but unless I've missed something, if a yellow card is shown and the player receives treatment, they don't have to leave the field of play. So I'm not entirely sure why that happened. We've had an hour played in this game. Leeds United 0, Everton 0, live here on Flash Score. Now back to a full ship's complement, and Ampadu is okay to continue. And here come Everton down the left-hand side. It's Guy trying to bundle the ball into the box. It's been cleared away. This will be picked up by the Toffees on the halfway line. Ball squared across for Rodon. Off the left-hand side for Goodmanson. Ball played in, and it's a poor one again from Everton. There's no real venom in anything they're doing. It's all very lightweight, a bit flimsy, a bit lazy at times. Everton still in possession here. The ball's come back into the centre circle. It's now forward with Tarkowski. Down the right-hand side. It's O'Brien. Nonto blocks it out for a throw. Him and O'Brien exchange a couple of cheeky glimpses at each other and a little wink. Jack Grealish is one of a number of players warming up in the dugout. O'Brien puts the long throw into the box. Headed away by Struick. Second header won midway through the half, albeit by Regbenham. It's on the far side now. Everton with a curling run back into their own half and the ball played back to Pickford. With the physicality of the game and the aggression that we've seen in this second half, if I was David Moyes, I'd be looking at maybe getting rid of that yellow card in the form of a substitute. He's been very combative in the middle of the park in the last 10 minutes or so, as we have a foul there. Tanaka bundling down his man. The referee has shown a yellow card to Alcaraz, who's just gone over and shook the referee's hand. And it's for, I think it's for something he said, you know, because yeah, he's done the gesture, he's done the yellow card gesture to the referee. So Alcaraz has then himself been booked. It is a silly one to get booked for. It's a frustrating one because you've now got, I was just mentioning there about the combative nature of this second half and having a player in the middle of the park on a yellow card, and it's not ideal. And now you've got two players side by side on the pitch on yellow cards. So from Leeds' point of view now, put Nonto on that left-hand side, and he's running up against Alcaraz. Regbenham is next to him. He can cut in through two players on yellow cards, and no one can dare touch him, really. But to get a yellow card for something as silly as saying to the ref, that's a yellow card, in getting the book is frustrating. Free kick 30 yards out, and it's taken a deflection out for a corner from Garner. So Everton now with a set piece. And there are going to be some Leeds United changes made shortly, but they'll wait till after this corner. A bit of confusion in the box. There's one or two Leeds players that are pointing towards something. The corner does now come in. It's headed away in the 6-yard box. Picked up by Guy just outside the area, played to the right-hand side. And it's Dewsbury Hall, gets the cross in. Hoofed away at the back by Leeds United. 64 minutes gone. Garner tries to play it forward. It loops into the air. It's been dropped down now for Ndiaye. Trying to get past his man. He's done well here. Still going. He's got 4 Leeds players to try and beat Ndiaye, and he's still going. He's eventually out-muscled, and Bogle picks up the loose ball. Plays it forward. It's a quick 1-2. Now a searching ball across from right to left, and it's bounced out for a throw-in. And we'll now, I think, have those changes. Nope, not quite. Throw-in's taken. I think Leeds wanted to, but Everton decided to take the throw-in before they had chance. Ball down the right-hand side for O'Brien. Gets there just in the nick of time, dinks it back, first touch, Beto wanted it. He was held off well by the defence, and the goalkeeper could then grab it unopposed. 65 minutes gone. Big volley forward from the keeper, trying to release the ball early, and it's stopped by Tarkowski, and he had to get that touch right, and did. 65 minutes gone. Leeds 0, Everton 0. Long ball over to the left-hand side. It's Garner past the halfway line. Plays it infield for Ndiaye. Drops it back to Regbenham. Now with Guy on the left-hand side. Goes forward just outside the area. Lays the ball off for Garner to potentially swing this one in. Goes for a 1-2 with Regbenham instead. Thinks about putting it in. Drops it instead to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall out onto the left-hand side. Garner. Back to Regbenham. Garner again on the left. think they need to take a lesson from Leeds here and just get these balls in early. Oberham now just hits it. I'm not even sure what he was trying to do there. He's near the halfway line and he's pinged it across and out and way over the bar. And we will now have a Leeds United change. I think it's Aronson coming on. I think it's Nonto coming off. He must be absolutely knackered. He has run himself into the ground. He's given everything today. And he's such a key player for Leeds. They won't want him to wear himself out. They'll need him for the next one. So Wilfred Nonto replaced by Brendan Aronson. Jack Grealish, I think, is getting readied. 67 minutes gone. The offside flag is up here against Everton. So free kick to Leeds inside their own half, of course. Ball played back by Statch. Now with Perry. Forward to Rodon. Back to Perry again. He's inside his D at the moment, Perry. Taking his time. Plays it short to Struick. Back to Perry again. Long ball forward. Intercepted at the back by Everton. The game's become more balanced since the injury, really. 68 minutes gone. Leeds United with the better of the play for the first hour. But as I predicted early in the first half, Everton will want to wear them out and get back into the game. And I think that's happening. Aronson wins a free kick. And despite Alcaraz trying to throw the ball away, which is risky when you're on a yellow card, Aronson takes the free kick quickly. Struick chips it down the left-hand side. It's a nice chip as well. Gudmundsson, can he get there first? Battling here with O'Brien. O'Brien's just about managed it. Dewsbury Hall turns and looks to play the long ball forward. He's done nothing wrong on his debut, I should point out. Everton have been disappointed to watch, but when you look at him individually, he's not really done anything wrong in this game. Here's Tanaka. 69 minutes gone. Plays it out to the right-hand side. James. That's a lovely bit of triangle play to the right-hand side. He cuts inside, goes down, nothing given. The Leeds fans aren't happy. They thought that was a free kick. And the ball played for the counter-attack for Beto. And it's been put out of play rather for a throw-in. There's two players down injured now. The referee just asked for a pause before we restart. So James with a lovely back heel flick to go between the two Everton men, and was clipped as he did so. And it was the man that clipped him who's also down injured. It's Garner. There's nothing anyone could have done about that, in fairness. It was just a really clever little clip of the heels. And Jack Grealish is now going to come on for his Everton debut. 70 minutes played. Leeds United 0, Everton 0, live here on Flash Score. A reminder, you can get your thoughts into us here if you head to Twitter, @SmithJournalist, #FlashScore. So back underway. Beto putting on the pressure. Jack Grealish, by the way, replacing Erogbinam. Interesting to see how that changes the formation as well. Erogbinam was playing a holding midfield role. Grealish will want to play further wide than that, I think it's fair to say. Dewsbury Hall could drop in there, perhaps. He might go into a 4-1-4-1. Might even be Alcaraz that sits deep. And look and try and work that out. David Moyes is giving instructions to his players. Grealish is also relaying them as they reshuffle the pack. Pickford plays the ball out. There's Keane. Garner. Back to Keane. Sweeps it across to Pickford, who's just come outside his D. Plays it short to Tarkowski. Forward to Guy. Back to Pickford on the left-hand side now with Garner. Forward to Grealish. His first involvement as an Evertonian. Drop back to Tarkowski. Goes past the halfway line. He's a little glance up, thinks about delivering the big ball, stops, turns, plays it back into his own half. Here's Keane. To Guy in the centre circle. Quick 1-2 with Dewsbury Hall. So Grealish is very much on the left. And I think Alcaraz has moved in centrally. Here's Guy. Yeah, I think basically it's Grealish on the right of the three, and Alcaraz has dropped into Erogbinam's holding midfield role alongside Guy. So as far as we can tell, the current Everton lineup is Pickford in goal, the back four from left to right unchanged: Garner, Keane, Tarkowski and O'Brien. And then Alcaraz and Guy holding the midfield. And from right to left, a three of Grealish, Dewsbury Hall and Ndiaye, with Beto leading the line. Leeds is far simpler. They've had one change, Aronson on Fernando, like for like, and nothing else has been affected. Here's Sturrock. Threads the ball forward. And it's Stach. Plays it in for Tanaka. Can't quite get the ball in that he wants, and it's rolled to Pickford. 74 minutes gone. Leeds 0, Everton 0. Toffees have lost their opening fixture in each of the last 3 league seasons, even against newly promoted clubs. So a point against Leeds here would actually be their best start to a season in the last 4. In the previous 18 occasions where Everton have begun the league season against a newly promoted club, they've only won twice. But on both occasions when it's been against Leeds, they've lost. So I suppose the writing was always on the wall that they were going to struggle in this game. Both of these sides yet to get a win. I know it's match day 1, but I'm referring to pre-season here. Leeds drew all 3 of theirs. Everton drew 2 and lost 4. Free kick to Everton, 75 minutes gone. It's on the right-hand side. And it's definitely crossing, not shooting territory, this. 35 yards maybe from goal. 10 yards in from the touchline. Dewsbury Hall delivers it in. It's headed away by the first man on the edge of the box. Dewsbury Hall rolls it past Aronson, and again, and lays it off into the box, and Alcaraz made a bit of a mess of his first touch, but does get the shot away, and it's turned round the post by the goalkeeper. Dewsbury Hall does really well here around Aronson. Cuts back again, drops a nice little ball to Alcaraz. Gets the ball from under his feet, gets the shot away. It's on target. Pushed behind by the keeper. 76 minutes gone. Referee's just having a word with one or two players. Does allow the corner to come in now. Grealish with a great delivery, and it's headed over the bar by O'Brien. And you know, he probably should have done better with that. Just going to watch this bag now. Yeah, he's flicked it over the bar. He's under pressure from Goodmanson. He's got his back to goal. It was Dewsbury Hall, apologies, with the corner. It was a really nice one. And Leeds are going to make a triple substitution by the look of it. And we're going to get that now as well. And the first player to make way is Pirro. Scored 19 goals last season in the Championship. And Dan James is also going to make way, and I think Ampadu is going to be the third and final change. Yes, indeed. And Harrison comes on. Gruev and Nemecha. Gruev was going to come on for Ampadu. He was stripped and ready a few minutes ago and then didn't come on. When Nonto was replaced, he was going to be the second change, but then he was sat back down. Has now come on eventually. So 78 minutes gone. Leeds United 0, Everton 0. The ball comes back to the goalkeeper. Both sides coming into the game after a hard pre-season. Leeds with 8 summer editions on their return to the top flight, and we've seen a few of them tonight. And last season in the Championship, they had the most goals in the last 15 minutes of a game. 25 times they scored after the 75th minute. It's 5 more than second place Norwich in that respect. They are the second most. Leeds with a quick throw. It's a 1-2. Here's Gruev. Out to the left-hand side for Goodmanson. Gruev again. Goodmanson. Now Harrison down the left, plays it on. Can he get there in time? Just gets there in time, Goodmanson, to get the ball into the box. Aronson trying to carve out an opportunity for this one. It's been headed back to him, and he's managed to get the ball across, and the volley is over the bar from Tanaka. And that was a chance. He had to hit it quickly because the defenders were coming in. He just needed another little half second to let it drop, but he didn't have it at his disposal. And he's done everything to get it past the defenders. Couldn't keep it down. So 4 changes made from Leeds United's perspective. Everton making just the 1 so far. 80 minutes gone. Still goalless at Ellen Road. Surging run forward. It's dropped to O'Brien on the right-hand side. Plays it infield to Dewsbury Hall. He's got 2 men on his back. That's a really silly pass to make there from O'Brien. He's not impressed me tonight. He's had a poor game by his standards. On the halfway line, the ball is squared across to Dewsbury Hall, who now makes the run forward and receives the end pass and plays it in early, and it's turned away pretty comfortably. Here's Alcaraz. Back to Tarkowski. Dewsbury Hall. Now O'Brien. Into Ndiaye. Goes past 1, past 2. Goes down, nothing given. Clearance comes to Tarkowski midway through the Leeds half. Plays it short to Guy. Now with Keane, who turns it back to Pickford. Threads it forward. Oh, it's a slip and Leeds are in here. And there's 3 of them in. It's a quick 1-2 on the edge of the box. And a chance for the substitute, and his shot is blocked. It's picked up now by Statch. Plays it to the left-hand side for Harrison. Drills it in. It's been blocked. Comes back to Statch. Leeds with numbers forward. Statch hits this one. It's blocked behind. And there's big appeals for a handball on Tarkowski. And the referee goes straight to his earpiece and points to the spot. And Tarkowski immediately pleading his innocence. It's a harsh one. I think this will be overturned. I think this could be overturned. Guy with the block. He comes out to Statch. He hits it in. It's deflected off Dewsbury Hall, who hits it. It bounces off his leg, off the ground. And then as it bounces up, Tarkowski drops to his left. He's got his arm by his side, the elbow slightly away from his waist. And it hits him and goes behind for the corner. And the referee awaiting further instructions. I think he was speaking to his linesman when he first, because he didn't make the decision straight away. He went straight to his ear and then pointed. And VAR are now checking this. I would be amazed, because I think it hits him. I think he's above the sleeve line anyway, if I'm honest. And although he moves his arm to the ball, he keeps it by the side of his body as he's dropping to his left. So it's more a case of him dropping to try and block the shot. He's not stuck the arm out. His whole body has dropped. Yes, it struck him on the arm, but it is by his side. The elbow is slightly protruding, but it hits him more on the upper arm. And the decision from VAR is penalty confirmed. I suppose it has to be a clear and obvious error for them to overturn it. And it's not a clear and obvious error. And Leeds United have a chance from the spot. Pickford is just reading his water bottle. He's got some notes on there, which I dare say will be about the penalty takers. And Nemecha, off the bench, has a chance to give Leeds United what would be a very well-deserved lead at Ellen Road in their return to the Premier League. Controversial circumstances for the penalty, but nothing short of what they would deserve. Nemecha, whistle goes, steps up, puts it to the right. Pickford guessed the right way, but couldn't get a hand on it, and it's in the back of the net, and Leeds United are off and running in the Premier League. 84 minutes gone. Leeds United 1, Everton 0. And Leeds United are minutes away from a winning return to the Premier League. It's a nicely struck penalty, this. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. Decent pace on it. Pickford went the right way, but just couldn't quite get there. And he guessed as well, when you watch the replay back, Pickford takes a step to his left, ready. Just still can't quite reach. I do think it's a very harsh penalty on Tarkowski, but I also think it would have been harsher still on Leeds to not come away with 3 points tonight. So, in that respect, everybody's got what they deserve, but Tarkowski will feel very hard done by there. So back underway. The goal timed at 83.56. It's now 85.10. Just under 5 minutes of normal time remain in this one. Here's O'Brien. Tanaka winning the ball and then being fouled and hugging the ball on the ground. The referee giving the free kick. Everton are going to immediately make a change to try and get back into this game. And it's Alcaraz being replaced, and Tieno Barry is on. He was the go-to striker in pre-season. Beto was picked today based on his goals last season. But now both of them up. 2 up top for Everton. It'll be a flat 4-4-2, I think. Guy and Grealish on the wings. Dewsbury Hall and Guy holding the midfield. Beto and Barry leading the line. 86 minutes gone. Pickford plays it out to the left-hand side. Garner. Tarkowski plays it forward for Barry. Drops the ball back, and they've really invited pressure here from Leeds, who are pushing forward. Long ball forward. Headed away. Dewsbury Hall picks it up in space. Bundled down. Referee gives the free kick. I think Everton wanted advantage there, actually. It wasn't given. They've played the free kick short, made a mess of it. Given away. One back quickly. And now Grealish is bundled down. That'll be a free kick on the left-hand side. There's a wiggle of the finger from Bogle. It's a free kick to me. 87 minutes gone. The free kick is the opinion of the referee too. Taking the time over this set piece, Everton. There is 2.5 minutes of normal time left, and they'll know this is one of their final real big chances potentially as it comes into the box, and it's bundled about, and eventually Grealish gets a volley in, and it's headed goalwards, and it's been turned away. Not a bad chance that for Everton. Good free kick in, and Dai drops the ball to Guy, who hits it in first touch, and it's headed towards the back post and helped on by Tarkowski, but it's over the bar. He lands on the top of the net. Threw himself at that one. Manages a smile as he gets back to his feet. 88 minutes gone. Leeds 1, Everton 0. As it stands, the three promoted sides managing 6 points between them in the opening weekend of the Premier League season. Everton a bit better in this second half, but Leeds United thoroughly deserving the 3 points over the course of 90 minutes. I wouldn't even say that they've been the better side second half. Everton. Leeds absolutely dominated the first half, and I think second half has been pretty balanced. Final 90 seconds after 90. Pickford comes out his box and hits a long ball forward. Pickford all the way to his opposite number there. And Lucas Perry waits for the attackers to make their move before picking up the ball. And we are now into the final minute of normal time. It's hit long, a guy will head it on, and Leeds win the ball back again. And it's Statch out to the left-hand side for Harrison. Plays it into Tanaka, who lost his foot in there, just a little slip. He's managed to help the ball to a teammate, so there's another slip there, and now the ball is with Everton on the halfway line, in the centre circle. It's a nice turn from... I'm trying to work out who that is there. I think it was Grealish. Leeds winning the ball back. 30 seconds left. And there's a chance for a breakaway for Harrison, and they've used him. It's a little bit overhit, but he's still got there. The chance is half gone. Gets the ball in low, and it's turned away by Tarkowski. Picked up outside the box. Tanaka. Back out to Harrison in acres of space. Decides to slow the pace down here instead. Now Tanaka. Back to Harrison. Will he go into the corner here? Tanaka's made the move. 7 minutes of added time. Goodmanson. Across the Statch. Great effort. Straight at the keeper. And then Bogle picks up the rebound and boots it against the defender. And it's out of play for a throw-in on the far side. Leeds setting the tempo at this moment in time. Good save from Pickford. It was straight at him, but it fizzed at him. And it went through a couple of Everton players. He would have seen it late. And he would have been waiting for a potential deflection or ricochet there. And Statch, who I think has been man of the match for me today, very nearly getting on the score sheet late on. It's one of those shots, he's almost struck it too cleanly. You just tweak it either side, and that's probably going to go past They've wasted the throw in Leeds and now for a goal kick. First minute of added time is up. 6 to go. Here's Dewsbury Hall. Drops the ball back to Garner. Leeds putting the pressure on, not letting Everton out, and they've won the ball back on the edge of the box. It's played forward. Statch is there, he leaves it, and it's played back in, and Statch on the end of it puts the ball over the bar. It was the inside of the left foot on the edge of the 6-yard box, trying to direct it goalwards. I think he might have been off when the first ball came in, but he left it, and Tanaka put the cross in. And he's so frustrated, Statch. You can see he wants the goal tonight, and he's done enough to deserve one. He's unlucky not to be on the score sheet, in truth. Leeds, I think, readying another substitution. Harrison with the overhead clearance. Turned back to goal by Tarkowski. 2 minutes of added time gone. Lucas Perry. It's it long down the left-hand side. It's been turned away again. Leeds just keep winning everything now, and they've done it again here. And now Statch going through the middle with options left and right. And this space opening up. It's Harrison on the left. Cuts inside. Then stops and slows. Plays it out to Goodmanson on the left. Leeds know that if they can keep it here, that the worst case is if they get a throw-in and they can kill some time. That's a brilliant slide from Guy, winning the ball back for Everton. But they're still pegged back in that corner. 2.5 minutes of added time gone. Tanaka with a brilliant blocked challenge to stop the clearance. It's just gone out of play for an Everton throw. But it's right back in their corner. Really interesting battle at the moment between these two sides, because Leeds keep choosing between to go for it and to kill time. Tanaka's been asked to leave the field of play by the referee because of a little injury. In fact, he's been substituted. Sean Longstaff, he's going to come on for his Leeds debut. 3 minutes of added time gone. Tanaka, again, another candidate for man of the match, in fairness. Has been exceptional for Leeds today. 3.5 minutes played of added time. Here's Tarkowski. This match ended level on the opening day of the Premier League season in 2021. Don't think it's going to end level today. Everton coming forward now with 3 minutes of added time left to try and get a point from this game. It's been cleared away, picked up on the halfway line by the chest of Garner. Down the line for Grealish. Plays it back to Garner. Dewsbury Hall out to Grealish. Stops, turns, plays it back to Garner. Crossing position, puts in a really nice delivery. It's headed away in the 6-yard box. Guy on the edge of the box can't get there first. Goodmanson can. Tries to get the ball forward, but it's been intercepted, and now Everton have won a throw-in. Tarkowski picks it up, throws it back in quickly. Here's Guy. 2.5 minutes left of added time. Garner out to Grealish on the left-hand side. Sizing up Aronson. Gets the ball in, but it's blocked on the edge of the box. Cleared away, headed back forward by Everton, flicked on by Dewsbury Hall. Barry tries to get the ball into the box and he can't, and now the referee's blown the whistle for a head injury, and Beto is absolutely fuming because Everton felt they were building something there. But Rodon is down with a head injury. And it's because, Beto's off balance and he's basically gone in and caught him with his head. So it is a free kick. No physio was needed, so he doesn't have to leave the field of play, and there's 90 seconds of added time remain. David Moyes cuts a deeply unhappy figure in that technical area. He would not like to be in the Everton dressing room after this game, because watching his facial expressions in this second half, he has looked very frustrated with his players. And it is not the start to the season that they wanted. So much expectation of Everton this year. They had a strong finish under David Moyes last season. New recruitments, new stadium, of course. Losing to the newly promoted Leeds United is not something they would have wanted. Good hold-up play by Leeds. Ball down the right-hand side. It's Aronson. Feeds the ball forward. That's a foul. And it's a bit cynical from Keane. And if anything, that's game over now, because that's going to run the clock down. And that was a naive one, I think, it's fair to say. Nemecha with the winning goal. Taken out there on the edge of the box. Into the final 30 seconds of the originally added 7 minutes. Nemecha has to retie his boot as well, because he came undone during that challenge. Free kick taken. It's Nemecha who holds it in the corner and wins the throw-in. We are past the 7 minutes now. Daniel Farke is asking the question of the referee if he's going to blow his whistle. It is, of course, a minimum of added time. We've had a couple of stoppages in there, so the ref can add on extra time. Leeds holding the ball in the corner. Grealish manages to win Everton the goal kick. Pickford sets the ball. He's going to hit this long. It's going to be one last chance for Everton. And that is the full-time whistle from the referee.